Dear students, it is the fourth video for week 15, lecture 30, and in this video we are going to cover some of the challenge and suggestions that Pakistan has to sustain in view to its foreign policy and international relations with the other countries. These are the comments by one of the senior bureaucrat and ambassador from Pakistan. In the previous video, third, we came to know about the internal and external constituents or the elements of the foreign policy. Let's see. Number one, you know that there are many levels. Foreign policy with the regional countries, foreign policy with the economic terms, foreign policy in terms of defense, relation, market and others. Pakistan divides foreign policy in four major sectors or five. Number one, foreign policy with neighbors. Okay, foreign policy with neighbors in neighboring friends. Foreign policy with hostile neighbors. Okay, fine. Then Pakistan's foreign policy with the Islamic world. Clear? And then Pakistan's foreign policy with the West, Pakistan's foreign policy with Americans in particular, and Pakistan's foreign policy with the other states like Latin America and others. Fine. So in these four or five branch, we have to see that in which branch our foreign policy is categorized. Building Pakistan-China strategic partnership. China has the strategic motivation and financial, technological and weapons capabilities to help Pakistan emerge as a military strong and economically dynamic state. Clear? Whereas so these are a very important thing, that nowadays, since Americans are not a reliable, because once Americans have finished their interest, they do not care the interest of their own countries. And examples are there, like in the first Cold War against Soviet Union, when Americans saw that they are no more need of Pakistan, they applied sanctions. They didn't help out Pakistan in 1965 nor in 1971. Whereas Chinese remained with Pakistan through all the situations. Now they have emerged as financial, technological and other aspects stronger countries, and they are assisting Pakistani in many ways. They are designing ships, they are giving aircrafts, they are building roads, and they are doing many other things as compared to the Americans. So now Pakistan and China both as very strong friends are ushering into the world arena with a different scheme. Managing Sino-US rivalries. China and US rivalries have now important thing, because CPAC is taken as a mega project that will change the destiny of China and will give a direct access to Chinese products to the international market. Fine. Secondly, China's trade route that were very far through South China Sea, and there were so many hurdles like Indians were there, Americans, French, and regional powers like Bangladesh or so many others, Indonesia, Malaysia, and many others. So that is really a problem for China. So CPAC will cut most of their miseries. Fine. And different allies have been emerged because in Himachal Pradesh and other areas, like especially in Ladakh, in the wake of recent Chinese tension, Americans are coming as a strong backup and they are helping out India to tackle China. In this way, Pakistan have to be very careful and safeguard its hard interest. Afghanistan is, this. Pakistan and US positions appear to be converged recently as the US belatedly accepted the need for the political settlement in Afghanistan and opened direct talks with Afghan Taliban, which Pakistan facilitated. However, the entire negotiation process, including the one initiated by US Special Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad, may be thrown in disarray by Trump announcement to withdraw 7,000 US troops from Afghanistan. This all it is this except is in the recent current affairs that Taliban have almost won the war. An agreement between Taliban and Americans in Doha have been established, whereas Indians and other countries are trying to sabotage those relations because have Afghanistan and Taliban have agreed on a mutual peace accord. This thing will strengthen Pakistan's position on the western borders, and Pakistan can completely turn its attention fully to the Indian engagements on the eastern border. Fine, thereby Pakistan have to facilitate these dialogues and should make it clear that um, peaceful Afghanistan is the peaceful Pakistan. Pakistan and US relationships have been long discussed. You should read it. Kashmir and India is the burning issue. India has changed the position, and Kashmir is now about tension because India is trying to change the demography of Kashmir by minimizing the Muslims and allotting the lands to the Hindus and establishing their, uh, say what we say, their bastis or settlements as the Jews gradually captured the land of Palestine. Fine, normalization on the borders. Terrorism is another issue. Saudi Arabia and Iran really are attention, and Pakistan should play its role to normalize its rule because Pakistan have been a direct target of Iranian and Indian opposition and involvement and insurgency in the recent times in Gawadar, the capturing of the different people. So these all are the recorded things which have been which are with the state. But since uh, for over 2 months, when Chinese established a strong advocacy, now Iran has converted towards China and has made a friendly move to Pakistan and have expelled uh, India from Chabahar development project. So this is a big move, at least clear. Islamic world global challenges. Fine, global challenges like environment, clear, terrorism, climate. These are the global challenge that Pakistan is currently facing, and we have to make a successful policy. Although the Pakistan's policy to cultivate trees was a great step appreciated throughout the world. Thank you very much.